So, good evening and welcome to Joe Martin Field, home of the Bellingham Bells. It's game 2 of 3 between this West Coast League Championship rematch series between your Bellingham Bells and the visiting Portland Pickles. A 5-2 win last night for Bellingham in the series opener, and it was a quality win for the Bells. Held on after a late push by Portland, getting at least 2 runners on base in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. Bellingham was able to finish it off after Thrasher Steed had to inherit the bases loaded and picked up the save. So today we get game 2 of the series. Let's go through last night's 5-2 before we get a look at tonight's lineups and preview of this game. So in the championship rematch of the 2025 West Coast League championship game, score was different, but the result much of the same. Bellingham topped Portland 5-2 last night here at Friday at Joe Martin Field. Portland tagged Bellingham starter Charlie Decker for the game's first run in the first inning. The Pickles played some small ball with a single sac bunt and a sacrifice fly to get on the scoreboard first. But Decker didn't allow another run in his 5 innings and collected the win on the mound while striking out 5 Pickles. Bellingham got their first 2 runs of the game on a 2 RBI single from Noah Cassie in the 5th. He plated Jake Lyle and Jorge Oliveira Gutierrez, who both had singles to lead off that inning. David Weiser then made his debut in the top of the 6th inning, and he had a scoreless frame despite allowing the first 2 Portland batters to reach base. Lyle added to Bellingham's one run lead with a RBI single in the bottom of the 6th. So the Bells led 3-1 after Tristan Schaefer scored on Lyle's knock. Weiser allowed 2 hits in the 7th, but once again stranded the runners and finished his debut with 2 scoreless frames while striking out 3 batters. The Bells stretched their lead to 4-1 after the 7th inning stretch when Jorge Oliveira Gutierrez was hit by a pitch to start the inning, and then after Matt Churchill singled, Oliveira scored on the same play with the help of a Portland error. Zach Elsos took the mound in relief in the 8th inning and stranded 2 Pickles, who had reached on a hit and an error, and then Bellingham added another insurance run on another RBI knock from Lyle in the 8th. Elsos walked the leadoff batter in the 9th before forcing a groundout. After a second walk and a strikeout, he issued his 3rd free pass of the inning to load the bases with 2 outs. That's when Thrasher Steed relieved him, and Steed allowed 1 run to score after hitting a Portland batter, but then finished off the job with a strikeout looking to pick up his first save with Bellingham and claim the 5-2 win. Bellingham improved to 8-5. Portland fell to 5-5. And now the Pickles will look to even up this series here in Bellingham. Should be a fun one. Let's look at your starting pitchers for tonight. First for the visiting Pickles, it's Rafael Espinoza getting the start. Espinoza, a junior out of Colorado Mesa University. Starting for your Bellingham Bells is Charlie Decker was yesterday. Tonight is Brody Olmstead. Olmstead getting the start. It's our first look at him here at home, so just excited to see a new face on the mound. We had a bit of alternate schedules through the first 2 weeks of the season, so the guys that pitch once a week as a starter, we didn't get to see them, but now we're seeing some of that with the long 6-game homestand. This is 5 of 6 here in Bellingham. Brody Olmstead, a freshman out of Edmonds College, had a really good year in 34 2/3 innings, a 2.08 ERA, and he'll look to try and help Bellingham claim the series win here today. When we come back, we'll look at the starting lineups for both of these teams and then get to our first pitch at 6:35 here at Joe Martin Field. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
So here at Joe Martin Field for the second game of 3 between the Bellingham Bells and the Portland Pickles. Let's look at your starting lineups here for today's game. The Portland Pickles will be led off by the shortstop Brady McKay. Following him at second base is Masato Chilcutt. Batting third is the hot hitter. He's going to start at the hot corner, Bryson Glasgow. What a first game last night. 4 hits for him. He's back. And batting third still. Joel Roberts behind him is the designated hitter. Tanner Johns gets a start in right field. Braden Gutierrez was catching last night. He'll be the left fielder in this one. Trevor Busby is the first baseman for the Pickles in the 8th spot. Chase Logan bats behind him as the catcher, and then Branson Hong finishes the lineup. As we mentioned, it's Rafael Espinoza on the bump for the Pickles, facing the Bells lineup, which is led off by Dylan Moss, the designated hitter. Jake Lyle bats second as the catcher. Jorge Oliveira Gutierrez is in left, batting third. Bryce Johnson, the opposite corner of the outfield, cleaning up. Noah Cassie bats fifth and plays first base. Tyler Peschke is the starting shortstop behind him. Aspen Alexander batting eighth and gets the start at second base. Taylor Davis at the hot corner and he's batting eighth in the order with Taylor Davis. And then Tristan Schaefer batting ninth is in center field. Looking at your starting pitcher for Bellingham, it's going to be Brody Olmstead. First look at the right-hander out of Edmonds College. Had a 2.08 ERA and a 1.07 whip this year with the Tritons. Pitched 34 and 2/3 innings over 12 bullpen appearances, but we'll see him make a start here for the Bells. First time we're seeing him, just his second start of the year. He was on the road pitching in a start against the Springfield Drifters on June 6th. Olmstead in that game, 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. So after just that lone start that he has allowed 5 hits and 3 walks with 3 strikeouts in 5 innings as a Bellingham Bell. Went on to receive a no decision in that ball game as Bellingham went on to lose it 9-8. The Drifters with a walk-off win in extras. But our first look at him, getting ready to get the start after the Bells got a 5-2 win over the Portland Pickles in a championship rematch last night. And we will see the leadoff man for the Pickles step up to the plate, Brady McKay. Starting shortstop as Portland wears their throwback tops. It's the gray Portland Pickles tops with some navy blue bottoms. Bellingham's in the baby blues. As Brody Olmstead kicks and deals home his first pitch of the outing, and this one is fouled off the right side for McKay for strike 1. McKay, a fresh high school senior from Korean Lutheran High School. He's headed to St. Mary's College down in California. That comes after being an Orange County All-Star this year with Korean Lutheran. Olmstead's 0-1 is checked on. They say he doesn't go, so it's ball 1. Here's a 1-1. Breaking pitch, no chase. So after a first pitch strike, McKay's gotten the last 2 balls to get ahead in the count. That a 76-mile-an-hour slider from Olmstead on the mound. Last night, McKay at the plate was 1 for 4, struck out 3 times at the plate. 2-1, foul ball off the right side again. Pickles did struggle against Bells pitching, 12 strikeouts at the plate for Portland last night. Spread across the Bells' 4 pitchers, Charlie Decker, David Weiser, Zach Elsos, and Thrasher Steed. All of them with at least 1. As this is golf just weakly out to left field. It'll drop for a base hit, and McKay has a leadoff single here to start the ball game. Masato Chilcutt now to the plate. Saw him get the start last night at second base. And in this one tonight, he's the center fielder. So starting in center field, Pickles with an early base runner. bunt flash, but he pulls it back. That runner was ready to go. Olmsted, the number 25 right-handed pitcher. First look at home for him. Leadoff single. Now Pickles going small as there's a bunt down the third base side. Davis got to make a quick throw. Gets it over to Alexander, covering the bag in time for the out. And getting deja vu of last night. Portland bunts the leadoff man into scoring position. We'll see if they can manufacture the run the same way they did last night to get on the scoreboard first, as they took a 1-0 lead last night on a sacrifice fly after Chilcutt had led off the game with a leadoff walk. Moved over on a Brady McKay bunt. And with the lineup switching for Portland today, it's the opposite of that. McKay gets on via the single, and then Chilcutt bunts him into scoring position. So 1 out given to Bellingham and given to Brody Olmsted, who comes set with the runner off of second base. The right-hander's pitch is a breaking ball. Top shelf, missed it. Ball, no strikes on Glasgow. A good night for him last night. His first back with Portland. He went 4 for 4 at the plate. Walked 1 time as well, so he was on base all 5 plate appearances. It didn't matter, though. Portland only able to get 2 runs across as they left 12 runners on base last night. 2-0 will await as the pickoff move goes back. But Olmsted with no throw back to second base where McKay is at. Two-0 from Olmsted. Breaking pitch away for ball 3. So a 3-0 count on Glasgow. Roberts, the man on deck for Portland here in the top of the first. Olmsted looking for the zone, and he does not get it. Be a 1-out walk to put runners at first and second. Force out now in play for potential inning-ending double play for the Bells defense. In the infield today from left to right is Taylor Davis, Tyler Peschke, Aspen Alexander, and Noah Cassie. In the outfield, left to right, is Jorge Oliveira, Tristan Schaefer, and Bryce Johnson. Catching is Jake Lyle. And Brody Olmsted with a walk and a single against him in this first. Early traffic for Portland. And Joel Roberts at the plate, the designated hitter. And check swing that he goes around, and that's a strike. Oh, 0-1 now from the right-hander. That low, bounces. Runner taking off for third. Lyle gets him on a perfect throw to Davis. And that'll help his pitcher out. That cannon of an arm that Lyle has behind the plate shows off right there. And guns down McKay trying to take third. Glasgow stayed put. So he'll be at first base. And now just 1 runner on with 2 outs in the inning. A huge out gained there here early by the Bells to try and keep the Pickles from going ahead in this ball game with the first run as they did last night. Wild one hits Joel Roberts, so that'll put him on base. So the Pickles now back with their 2 runners on, but at least they've got 2 outs now for Bellingham. And it'll be Tanner Johns up. 2 of 4 last night for him. 2 of the Pickles' 9 hits. It was a big offensive night for both teams. 9 hits for each in this very pitcher-friendly ballpark. These 2 teams got the bats going. Portland with a hit in this frame. Nearly a hit batter again, but it will be a wild pitch. And the runners move up to second and third. That time Lyle not able to keep it in front of him. Miss low and inside to the lefty batting Johns. So 1-0 the count after the wild miss. Second and third for Portland, 2 outs in the inning. This on the ground, gloved as it's snared by Olmstead, and the pitcher gets himself out of it with a nice piece of leather. 2 left on base for Portland, bottom of the first, with Bellingham coming up to bat for the first time here in Game 2 of a 3-game set against the Portland Pickles. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. So back here at Joe Martin Field, bottom of the first inning coming up here, as Portland leaves 2 runners on in the top half of the frame, and now the Bells will be led off by Dylan Moss moving up in the lineup. Last night was batting 5th as he came off the bench for Matt Churchill in that spot. Only got 1 at-bat, though. So Churchill heads to the bench, and Moss will do the DHing as Lyle's the catcher, but Moss the leadoff man here in this game to face Portland's right-handed pitcher Rafael Espinoza out of Colorado Mesa University. A total of 48 2/3 innings this year with a 4.44 ERA. He'll face Dylan Moss, who's set to join Stanford in the fall. And the DH tries to get Bellingham started. So Moss gets his look at his first at-bat, and the first pitch he sees misses low for ball 1. Espinoza, the right-hander, comes home and gets a strike. Moss, good speed for a catcher. He replaces the speedy center fielder Bo Schinkel in the leadoff spot, who gets the day off. Espinoza dealing in some strikes. 1-2 with 91 on that fastball. Ball and 2 strikes. Espinoza's pitch to Moss. Swung on and hit foul just past the third base coach's box. Espinoza looking for a strong start to his outing on 2 strikes already to Moss, 1-2. The right-hander's pitch hit the opposite way weakly. Johns, though, in to get it. As the right fielder retires Moss via the flyout. Jake Lyle comes to the plate for Bellingham, what you can call the hottest hitter for these Bells. Lyle last night, Terry Stash player of the game, he went 1 for 5 at the plate with 3 hits, drove in 2 runs and scored 1 himself as well. Right now, Portland's catcher getting some straps tightened before Lyle taking his at-bat. So the catcher Logan behind the plate, all geared up, ready to go. Jake Lyle with his first at-bat here in this game. Enters his 10th game as a Bell with a .289 batting average. 10 runs driven in for him in the 9 games he's played in. First pitch swinging, hits it on a line out to left field, and that hot bat continues to swing it well. Lyle with a 1-out single for the first hit of the ball game for Bellingham. Lyle crushed that 102 miles an hour off the bat as he got on that off-speed pitch from Espinoza. And now brings up Jorge Oliveira Gutierrez. The Bell's left fielder had been dealing with a bit of a hand injury, but the last 2 days in this lineup looking to be productive. Last night, got on base 3 times, single hit by pitch and a walk. He scored 2 runs. Chopped it to Glasgow, who will go to Hong at second for 1, but the throw to first at Busby is not in time, so Jorge beats out the double play. Lyle, the catcher, will get to put his gear on as Jorge takes the spot at first base on the fielder's choice. And Bryce Johnson to the plate. Bryce got a rare day off last night, so he'll make his first at-bat here against Portland. Started the first 3 games of the 6-game homestand against the Nanaimo, delivered the walk-off hit for Bellingham in the 7-run 9th inning that walked off the Night Owls in Game 2 back on Wednesday night here at the ballpark. First pitch taken strike on a fastball from Espinoza, who has had good command of that pitch here in his start. He's got 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Runner off of first is Oliveira for Bellingham. Pitch inside is ball 1. Johnson is a senior from Lewis and Clark State College. Looks at that pitch for a strike. Bottom shelf of the zone. And 1-2 on the Bell's right fielder. Ball and 2 strikes. Espinoza home. Swing and a miss from Johnson. Drop third strike. It'll be thrown down to first to finish the punch out and finish a scoreless first by both sides. We go to the second here in Bellingham.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Hey, this is Brody Olmsted. You're listening to the Bells Radio. Go Bells, baby.
Into the second inning here at Joe Martin Field. Brody Olmsted back onto the bump for your Bells after a scoreless first inning where he worked around a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. The help of a caught stealing got him through the 3 outs, and a sacrifice bunt also handed a free out to the Bells defense. So he will face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters of Portland. Braden Gutierrez leads things off for Portland. Gutierrez starts this game after going 0-4 as the catcher last night. He struck out 2 times at the plate. Olmsted set for the second as the right-hander misses outside on his breaking pitch. Gutierrez at the dish, a freshman from St. Mary's College. This year got 17 at-bats, and of the 5 hits that he had, 2 of them were doubles and 2 of them left the yard. This one leaves the yard but behind home plate for a foul ball. It's a ball and a strike on Gutierrez. Portland entering this game 5-5, a slow start to the Pickles season after making it to the championship game for 2 straight years. That's golf foul off the right side from Gutierrez for strike 2. The Pickles won the West Coast League Championship in 2024. Won 43 games, which were the most in West Coast League history. But this year, 5-5. Those 43 games were the win count last year. They had 40 wins in their 2024 season. There's another foul ball from Gutierrez. The Pickles have been successful since joining the West Coast League in 2018. They've been to the playoffs in 5 of the 7 WCL seasons they've played in and have now made it 4 straight times to the postseason. 1-2 breaking pitch, no chase. Lyle liked it, though. Gutierrez has sat off that breaking pitch outside from the Bells right-hander. Olmsted set with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gets a weak chopper on the ground to Davis, who charges the grounder and throws to Cassie low for the first out. As Davis makes the routine play for the first out. Trevor Busby now up, a freshman out of the University of San Francisco. We're getting our first look at him here in this series. Played 8 games this year with San Francisco. Bats from the left side. Where's the number 32? And he's starting at first base. First pitch swinging on the ground, Alexander, who was deep at the second base spot, and will retire Busby on just 1 pitch.
Next up for the Pickles, from Lynn Benton Community College, catcher, number 72, Chase Logan.
Chase Logan, the catcher, now will come up with 2 outs in the second. An efficient start to this second frame for Brody Olmsted after allowing 3 base runners in the first. Also, our first look at the catcher, Chase Logan, the number 72 on his back. He also a lefty at the plate. Sophomore from Lynn Benton Community College. Teammate of the Bellingham Bells, McGroarty brothers, as well as Lane Simonson, who we've seen pitch for Bellingham out of Lynn Benton this year. Logan did not play this season after getting 78 bats last year as a freshman. He sees a strike in from Olmsted. Ball and a strike on him as Olmsted throws to the lefty and plunks him in the right leg. That's a second hit batter for Olmsted. And Pickles will extend this second frame to the bottom of the order in Branson Hong. Did see Branson Hong yesterday get the start at third base. He's playing second for the Pickles in this one. He was 1 of 4 at the plate. One of the few Pickles that didn't strike out at the dish last night. So Hong, the freshman from St. Martin's University. First pitch swinging at Alexander on a line, who has the glove, and the second baseman with a pair of defensive plays to help us get a scoreless second. Bells coming back up to bat when we return. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. So welcome back to Joe Martin Field. Here it's the Bellingham Bells taking on the Portland Pickles in a rematch of the 2025 West Coast League Championship game. And what a championship game it was down there in Portland. An awesome environment down there at Walker Stadium. those crazy, rowdy fans cheering on the home team, Portland, and Bellingham trying to come in and send them home sad, and they did just that. A 2-1 win for Bellingham in the championship game last year. It was the Bells' second championship as a team and their first since 2014, ending an 11-year drought. These two teams trying to head back to potentially that big stage, but we've got plenty of ways until we're there. Just June 13th. I mean, it's felt like we've been playing baseball for a while, but it's only the third week of the season. Playoffs begin on August 7th. The championship game is on the 13th of August, so 2 months out. Here for Bellingham, it's Noah Cassie leading things off, followed by Tyler Peschke and Aspen Alexander. First pitch swinging from Cassie, who's seen some aggressive chops from both teams. It's a low throw from Glasgow, but Busby does a good job to dig it out, and Cassie's retired to start the second. The Pickles were swinging at the first pitch a lot in that second inning, and we see Cassie do just that here against Rafael Espinoza, who pitched a scoreless first, working around the lone single from Jake Lyle. Struck out one batter. Now with one out in the second, faces Tyler Peschke, the Bells starting shortstop, who's headed to UCLA in the fall after a freshman year at Cerritos College. Peschke in his JUCO season this year, a .400 batting average, but he has struggled so far in a Bells uniform. Peschke at the plate taking a called strike. Peschke, when he has made contact with the baseball, he's been productive with it. Among the team leaders in runs driven in, but his batting average just a 156. 9 RBI in 12 games for Peschke. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. So now a 2-1 pitch. Peschke swings and misses for strike 2. Swing and miss has been one of the hardships so far for Peschke in his young WCL career. 17 strikeouts in 12 games. 2-2 on him. Gets contact out to right field. Sounds like he broke his bat as it goes out to Johns, who will retire Peschke for the second out.
Now batting for the Bells from Grand Canyon University. Second baseman number 2, Aspen Alexander.
Aspen Alexander to the plate. Starting at second base here tonight. It's been a while since we've seen Alexander get a start for Bellingham. He's gotten a couple of the last games off here during this homestand, but the GCU freshman steps to the plate. Espinoza home to him. First pitch swinging out to center on a line, and in to get it is Chilka. That's a quick second by both squads. It's a scoreless ball game as we go to the third. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Hi, this is Thrasher Steed. You're listening to Bells Radio. Ring 'em.
Into the third we go after a quick second inning by both squads. Last night the Bells a 5-2 win, capped off by a save from the Bells right-hander Thrasher Steed. He entered with the bases loaded in the ninth inning, had the tying run at the plate for Portland. He hit a batter, which brought the go-ahead run at the plate for Portland and MD Connor, and he got a strikeout looking to retire Portland's side and give the Bells a Game 1 win here in the 3-game series. Top of the third inning for Portland will be the top of the order due up against Brody Olmsted. Second time through coming here for the Pickles, as Brady McKay, after a leadoff single to start this ball game, will come back up. He was thrown out trying to advance to third base on a ball in the dirt. Jake Lyell gunned him down at the third base bag. He's responsible for the lone hit for Portland so far, the first time through against the Bell's right-hander Olmsted. And a first pitch swing again. This is a grounder to Peschke, the shortstop, who will retire McKay via the 6-3 ground out. Some aggressive swings from these teams. A lot of early swings, and we saw 1-2-3 inning pitched by Espinoza just a half inning ago. Olmsted only faced 4. Right now, has one early out and will face Masato Chilcutt. Sack bunted his last time. Pitch is low and away for ball 1. 27 pitches for Olmsted so far through his start. He's here with 1 out in the top of the third, a 1-0 count behind the center fielder for Portland. Foul tip for strike 1. Chilcutt out of Rice University, played 29 games this freshman year, started in 12 for Rice, struggled to just a .204 batting average, had 3 doubles spread across those hits that he had. A ball and a strike to him. He misses upstairs. But Chilcutt did come out of Johnson High School in Texas as a high prospect. He was on the All-State second team 2 times for Texas in 6A Division I. Foul tip from him for strike 2. Chilcutt wearing the number 49 in these Portland throwback uniforms. Here's a 2-2. Looks at it away, and he's got a full count. 2 hit batters, 1 single, and a walk issued so far from Olmsted in his start. Yet to strike out a batter. As he deals home is 3-2. That taken low. Oh, hold on. No, strike 3. Late call from the umpire, but he rings him up on that outside corner. It's a strikeout, and it's a second out in the third. Bryson Glasgow walked back in the first, was left on third base. So now Olmsted's pitch home to Glasgow, who flashed bunt. As Olmsted throws ball 1. Glasgow just spent his first year at Oregon State University after being the NWAC South Player of the Year at Clackamas back in 2025. Foul ball to the Pickles dugout is a strike. 2 seasons at Clackamas before transferring to Oregon State. Ball and a strike, 1-1 to Glasgow. Outside, ball 2 from Olmsted. The right-handed batter out of Spanish Springs High School in Nevada was a first-team All-League selection as a senior. Second team as a junior. Along with being great at baseball, he likes bowling. I'm a fan of bowling. Haven't been in a while, but should probably go. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Glasgow. Olmsted, after his first strikeout, looking for another victim. Here's his 2-2. This is crushed out to left field. Well struck by Glasgow. Oliveira looks up at it as it one hops up against the wall. Glasgow heading into second as a long throw is caught on a leaping grab by Aspen Alexander right past the bag. It'll be a 2-out double for Glasgow, and his hot series continues. He's yet to be retired so far through his first 7 plate appearances of the year. Glasgow has been on base 7 straight times. 4 hits and a walk last night. A walk and now a double here in this ball game. And the Pickles will have a runner in scoring position off their second hit of the game. Joel Roberts to the dish after being hit by a pitch. One of the 2 hit batters that Olmsted has allowed. And the fastball just missing low to Roberts that time to start off the at-bat against the Pickles DH. Roberts didn't play this year for St. Mary's College after redshirting his first year at a Central Catholic High School in 2024. He transferred to San Joaquin Delta College. Played 45 games there. This was his first year with the Gaels. Didn't see action. Ball and a strike on him. Bell's right-hander home with 2 outs. It's a breaking pitch low for a strike. Glasgow definitely a threat to run. Saw him swipe a pair of bags yesterday. One-two to Roberts. Breaking pitch and a foul tip. Roberts stays alive, making contact. One and two, home to Roberts. Lays off that breaking pitch. Ball 2. Last season, Roberts played in the Northwoods League with the Rochester Honkers for 40 games. Now that's a baseball name. 294 average in that season with them. From the Honkers to the Pickles. Here's a 2-2 to Roberts. On the ground to Peschke, the shortstop. Olmsted has himself 3 scoreless innings, and we go to the bottom of 3 here in Bellingham.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Hey, this is Taylor Davis. You're listening to Bells Radio. Let's get after it.
Bottom of the 3rd inning here in Bellingham. It's a scoreless ball game so far between the Pickles and Bells in a rematch of the 2025 West Coast League Championship. Bells took the first game of this series. Right now in a stalemate through 2.5 between Portland and Bellingham as Taylor Davis leads off the bottom of the 3rd inning for your Bells. Rafael Espinoza has looked good so far through his first 2, just a lone single and pitched a 1-2-3 frame in his last inning on the bump. He deals ball 1 to the Bells starting 3rd baseman Taylor Davis. And Davis, a freshman from Umpqua Community College. That is in there for a strike. Espinoza, part of a Colorado Mesa team this year that was 53-7 with a 31-1 record in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Foul ball from Davis for strike 2. Colorado Mesa had their season end in the NCAA Division II Super Regionals. They lost to UT Tyler in the 3-game series. Ball and 2 strikes on Davis as Espinoza gets strike 3, and it's a looking strikeout. His second punch out of his start, the first time retiring a Bell on a backwards K. And Tristan Schaefer will come up with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Schaefer also out of Umpqua. He finished up his sophomore season 1 year ahead of Davis, who just punched out. Bell's center fielder hit .257 this collegiate year. First pitch is in there for a strike from Espinoza, who now kicks and deals with one out. The breaking pitch on the inside misses to Schaefer. Bottom of the order with the top at Dylan Moss, set to get the at-bat here in the third. 1-1. Two and one after the miss that got to the backstop from Espinoza. That low, and ball three on a narrow miss from the 90-mile-an-hour fastball from the Pickles right-hander. A 3-1 now. Chopped on the ground by Schaefer. Lasco charging from third. A high throw, but Busby has it. That's a second out in the inning. The lineup card flips back to the top for Dylan Moss, who flew out to right field on a shallow fly ball to Tanner Johns his last time up. These Bells enter this three-game set against Portland, hitting .252 as a team with the second lowest on-base percentage in the West Coast League. The team OBP sits at just .345. But the caveat is that the Bells have still scored the fifth most runs in the West Coast League with 73. Now, part of that is that Bellingham hasn't had a series off. They've just had the 2 Mondays off so far. But also they've been able to string together some high-scoring games despite maybe not being able to get on base as much as other teams in the league. As Moss flies this to left, Gutierrez to his left. That'll be the third out. We go bottom three. Scoreless here at the Joe. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Welcome back to Joe Martin Field, bottom three here in Bellingham, as it's scoreless between the Portland Pickles and the Bellingham Bells. I'm Zen Hill, your play-by-play man for all the home games here for the Bellingham Bells West Coast League Summer here in 2026. If you don't know, we've got a YouTube live stream. We recommend you go check that out. Bellingham Bells on YouTube. You can catch those all the live games for the foreseeable future there, as well as also still catching us on West Coast League Live and live on Mixler via the tag Bellingham Bells, wherever you decide to watch or listen. We appreciate the viewership. Bellingham trying to get some runs as we go into the fourth. Brody Olmsted back up onto the hill for Bellingham, the starter, yet to allow a run. 2 hits surrendered to Portland. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 coming up, starting off with Johns, who, like many Pickles, swings at the first pitch but hits a foul ball for strike one. Johns was retired by Olmsted his last time up. Comebacker that the right-hander gloved. Swing and miss, foul tip for strike two. Bell's pitching staff entering the weekend series against Portland entered with a .461 ERA. They have been issuing the 4th most walks in the West Coast League. Have the 5th lowest strikeout rate. Foul ball that Johns hits to stay alive in the 0-2. On the season, Bells are 4-3 at home, 4-2 on the road. Wenatchee just above them in the North Division standings. 0-2, ground ball to Cassie in play. He'll take it himself to the first base bag. Get the fourth inning started with an unassisted putout at first. Braden Gutierrez to the plate for Portland. The Pickles entered this weekend batting .231 as a team, but kind of on the opposite spectrum of things. They were second in the West Coast League with a .404 on-base percentage. They have struggled to hit for extra bases, just a .278 slug through 9 games. There's a foul tip from Gutierrez. We've seen a double in this game from Glasgow. One of the 2 hits that Portland has off of Brody Olmsted, the starter. Tosses his 50th pitch of his start. It's a foul tip for strike 2. See how long the pitch count is for Olmsted in this start. Just 34 2/3 innings with Edmonds this year, but was used as a reliever for 12 appearances. Here making his second start with Bellingham of the summer, first time at home. In an 0-2 count against Gutierrez. There's a swing and a miss for a strikeout. He sits down the left fielder for his second strikeout in the outing, and he's got 2 outs in the 4th. Busby's up after a ground out to second base in his first trip to the plate. And the lefty back up to bat with 2 down in the top of the 4th. Started this game a pitcher's duel between Olmsted and Espinoza. Here's a 2-out pitch. Swing and a miss from Busby. The 0-1. On the ground, Cassie backhanded. The first baseman will underhand toss to Olmsted, who covers the bag and finishes a 1-2-3 inning. 3.5 gone here in Bellingham. It's still scoreless here in game 2 of 3 between the Bells and Pickles. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Here in Bellingham for the bottom of the 4th inning between the Pickles and Bells. It's scoreless so far, as these 2 starters have been matching each other's zeros up on the scoreboard out in left center. And Jake Lyle, the lone hit for Bellingham in this game, off of Rafael Espinoza, who's wearing the number 19, and misses to Lyle on his first pitch for ball 1. Bell's catcher is the only base runner to reach against Espinoza. In theory, Oliveira did reach, but it was on the fielder's choice. So just the lone hit against Espinoza coming from Lyle. And the count 2-0 to start the bottom of the 4th as the right-hander kicks and deals home. Lyle off the inside of his bat It stays in the infield. Hong bobbles it, though, and Lyle's at first on what they will score. They're going to score it. An error. So it'll be an E4. Hong, if he got to that ball, likely would have retired Lyle, so the thought process there to make it an E4. Last night, Lyle was also on base via an error. It was an E6, though, on McKay. So now he's at first to start the fourth. Oliveira with a foul tip. Strike one on him. Bells will try and take advantage of this leadoff man reaching, whether it's an error, a walk, hit by pitch, single. Catcher's interference, I mean, they'll take anything. Get that leadoff man on, good things will happen. Bells did leave 11 runners on base last night. Still scored 5 runs, as this is shot the opposite way to right field, but playable for Johns, who makes the catch for the first out in the fourth. Johns has been busy. That's his third putout of the game. Most of any Pickle defender, tied with Glasgow at third, who also has 3 putouts. Bryce Johnson struck out swinging in the first. It's one of 2 strikeouts that Espinoza has in his start. Lyle going on a hit and run. Hong was going to cover the bag, had to go back to his left and able to get to that baseball in time. Good recovery by Hong on that out.
First baseman, number 8, Noah Cassidy.
So Lyle moves up to second, but there are 2 outs in the fourth. Hong did a good job keeping that from getting into right field and making this inning a lot more manageable to escape now for Espinoza, who didn't let the leadoff man on, but the defense let him on with the error. Swing and a miss from Noah Cassie, who's at the plate after grounding out to Glasgow at third in his first at-bat. The ball's in a strike. Off the inside of the bat of Cassie and up and out of play. So just strike 2 on the Bells' first baseman.
Don't leave Plumbing go foul and call Baron Plumbing today to schedule your service.
Go 2 to Cassie is a breaking pitch away. Ball 1. Espinoza's 1-2 home to Cassie. Swing and a miss upstairs, gets the strikeout. And that finishes 4 scoreless innings by these 2 dueling starters. We go to the 5th here in Bellingham.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
This is Charlie Decker. You're listening to Bells Radio. Go Bells!
5th inning at the ballpark. It's been a scoreless pitcher's duel between these 2 starters. Brody Olmsted back out for a 5th. Thought we had a nice Strong start yesterday from Charlie Decker on the mound, the left-hander, and Olmsted trying to outdo him and give him a one-up here. As Olmsted comes out for the fifth, looking to keep Portland scoreless. Olmsted had his first 1-2-3 frame of his start in the fourth, featured a strikeout and a pair of groundouts to Cassie at first. 2 hits surrendered from Olmsted, 2 batters hit, 1 walk issued. We'll see how far he goes. 53 pitches as he comes out for the fifth inning. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Pickles. Bells do have an arm warming in their bullpen, though. It'll be Chase Logan, the catcher, who was hit by a pitch when he first stepped up to the plate in the second inning. Now for his second plate appearance, lefty catcher starts it off in the fifth. First pitch liner, roped towards the Bells dugout. And that's a foul ball for strike one as it goes off the right side. Olmsted's 0-1 now is hit into shallow left center. Schaefer to his left with those sunglasses on his eyes, able to make the catch out in center field for the first out. Branson Hong, the second baseman for the second time, lined out to Aspen Alexander at his second base counterpart in his first at-bat. Now lefty batting number 50 up for the Pickles, second time in this ball game. Coming here in the fifth inning as one out sits on the scoreboard for Olmsted. Misses high on the first pitch to Hong for ball one. St. Martin's this year struggled. 13-38 record with a 5-27 GNAC record in Hong's freshman campaign. This is flown to left field. And a lazy fly ball for Oliveira. 2 up, 2 down quickly for Olmsted in the fifth. Lineup card turns over to the dangerous hitters for Portland, led off by Brady McKay, one of the 2 hits for Portland in this game. But a ground ball to Tyler Peschke back in the third, so he's 1 of 2. His high school Korean Lutheran also struggled, 11-17 this year. That came after McKay's junior year where they were 20-11. The foul ball is strike one on him. That one just bounced foul before the third base bag where Taylor Davis was ready to make a play. Oh, 1 from Olmsted. Fouled back, strike 2. Pickles leadoff man as the third man up here in the fifth, down 0-2. Here's the 2-out toss on the outside. It's called for a ball. Bells fans wanted that one with this burger batter at the plate, trying to get some free Dairy Queen burgers. Free quarter pounder to everyone in attendance if the leadoff man in the opposing team order strikes out. 1-2, foul tip. But McKay stays alive after Lyle couldn't glove it. The 1-2. Breaking pitch. Framed it in there for strike 3. He goes down looking. It's a strikeout, and it caps 5 scoreless by the Bells starter, Brody Olmsted. What a start as the Bells try to give him some run support in the fifth when we return. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Bottom of the fifth inning at Joe Martin Field. Scoreless ball game here in a pitcher's duel. Brody Olmsted 5 scoreless. He's likely done in his start. Now we'll see if Rafael Espinoza can match it. He's been quality as well for Portland as the right-hander faces Tyler Peschke to start the bottom of the fifth and deals ball 1 low. Espinoza so far this season has been good through his first 2 starts with Portland. 9 innings pitched, and the last 2 of those have been starts for Portland. He did not allow a run in his June 6th appearance against Corvallis. Received a no decision after 4 innings tossed, giving up 2 hits with 6 strikeouts. He was tagged for 4 runs against the Victoria Harbor Cats, but went on to earn a win in that game in an 18-5 victory back on May 31st over Victoria. He struck out just 2 in that. Overall in the season, 8 punch-outs in 9 frames with 9 hits and 8 walks allowed with 4 runs. Off the inside of Peschke's bat to the shortstop McKay. A low throw cannot be dug out by Busby, and the leadoff man is aboard on Portland's second error of the ball game. It's the second straight inning that the Bells get their leadoff man on base via the error. Portland's now got 4 errors in the series. Here in game 2 of the 3-game set. Aspen Alexander to the plate. One of the errors last night did lead to a run in the 7th inning against Portland, allowing Oliveira Gutierrez to score. Bells looking to play small here as Alexander showed bunt but pulled it back for strike 1. Looks down at the third base coach, Alan Regier, the head coach of these Bellingham Bells. First year for Alan Regier leading the Bells. See what the signal is. After showing bunt on the first pitch to Alexander, a pickoff throw to first where Peschke's back safely. Regier, the 17th head coach in Bells history, replacing the legendary coach of the West Coast League, Ed Nags. Of course, Nags just the coach for Bellingham for 1 season, but won a championship in it. And Ed Nags, plenty of history with the Wenatchee Apple Sox in the early days of the WCL, as Alexander showed bunt, but was trying to pull it back, but it ended up getting foul tipped off of him. So he's 0-2 and now really doesn't have the option to bunt. We have seen Bellingham, though, try to bunt with 2 strikes. That came in the last homestand. Let's see if they get weird or let Alexander just swing his bat. Taylor Davis on deck and runner on first. 0-2 is the count. Espinoza's pitch. It's a breaking ball. Shot high out to foul territory out in left field. It's the shortstop, McKay, making a running catch over his head. So McKay able to glove the first out in the inning.
Now batting for the Bells, number 7, third baseman Taylor Davis.
Taylor Davis struck out looking his first time at the plate. Righty batter wearing the number 7 for Bellingham in these baby blue uniforms. Low and inside to Davis for ball 1 from Espinoza. 1-0 on Davis with a runner on first after the leadoff error. Hit and run put on as this is hit to shallow right center into an awkward gap, but John's able to make the catch moving to his right. And that forces Peschke back to first base.
Up to the plate for the Bells, center fielder number 5, Tristan Schaefer.
Tristan Schaefer coming up here with 2 down. Grounded out to third in his first trip to the plate. Espinosa's pitch to Schaefer, high and away. Ball 1. That velocity still at 91 for Espinosa. It's where that fastball has rested throughout this start. .45 pitches for the right-hander. Hit on the ground to the shortstop, McKay, moving right. Has to go across his body to make the throw, but beats Schaefer down the line. So a leadoff error erased again by Portland, and Rafael Espinosa matches 5 scoreless innings with Brody Olmsted. A pitcher's duel here at Joe Martin Field heading into the 6th. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hey, this is Braden Blackwell. You're listening to the Bells Radio. Go Bells.
6th inning, this one flying by here at Joe Martin Field with the 2 starting pitchers matching 5 scoreless innings. And the Bells have gone to their bullpen for the first time. Brody Olmsted finishes his 5 scoreless innings with just the 2 hits surrendered to Portland. And Braden Blackwell takes over on the bump for the Bells, a junior out of the University of Puget Sound. Had a .556 ERA in 34 innings this year. Wearing the number 1 as he gets the glove checked. No sticky stuff for the right-hander. But just part of the process of the umpires here to make sure everyone's playing fair throughout the summer. Chilcutt will lead it off for Portland. Glasgow following, and Roberts will be the minimum 3 due up for Portland here in this frame. Chilcutt 0 of 2 or 0 of 1, sacrifice and a strikeout. First pitch on the outside, strike 1, 88-mile-an-hour fastball from Braden Blackwell. 0-1. Blown away from Blackwell. This is his 4th appearance for Bellingham. 5 and 2/3 total innings pitched. Last time we saw him was in the first game against Nanaimo. Tossed an inning and a 1/3 scoreless. It was his 2nd scoreless outing of the season. This one's popped up to the right side. Cassie off the right of your screen, reaching over the fence out there past the Bells dugout. It'll just be a strike, though. Chilcutt trots back into the right-handed batter's box. Through 3 appearances in a Bells uniform, he's tossed 5 and 2/3 innings with a .318 ERA. 5 walks, 3 hits, and 2 strikeouts for Blackwell. 1-2. And that one's high for ball 2. So for the 5 scoreless innings from Brody Olmsted, 3 punch-outs. Mentioned the 2 hits that he allowed, just the 1 walk issued. Pitched his last 2 frames perfect as he retired the last 7 Pickles that he faced. Offense wasn't able to give him runs in the 5th, so No chance for a win for Olmsted, but started this game perfectly, and we'll see if the bullpen can hold it and the offense come around to try and get the series win here over Portland after taking game 1 5-2 last night. It's not a great start for Blackwell in his relief outing as he walks the leadoff man. As Chilcutt will go to first base, and Glasgow comes to the plate. See if Blackwell can be the first Bellingham pitcher to retire Glasgow. He's reached all 7 times in this series. 5 hits and 2 walks. Doubled his last time up in the third. First pitch to him is ball 1. Blackwell had 9 relief outings with UPS this year, 3 starts. Roll over to the third baseman Davis, to Alexander at second, Cassie at first, 5-4-3, double play. Around the diamond go the Bells defense and get 2 outs on a twin-killing double play here in the 6th. So Glasgow finally retired, and not just for 1 out, for 2, as Blackwell sits him down and has 2 outs to face Joel Roberts with the bases wiped clean. Roberts the DH, 0 of 1, hit by a pitch and a ground out to short. First pitch swinging on the ground to Cassie. The first baseman, an underhand toss to Blackwell that Blackwell had to lean back for, but grabbed it, and that'll finish the scoreless top of the 6th. 6 scoreless frames by these Bells pitchers, seeing if the offense can get rolling when we return. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
It's Jorge Oliveira for Bells Radio. Vamos, Bells.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Joe Martin Field. Scoreless between the Bellingham Bells and the Portland Pickles. It has been a duel on the mound between the 2 starters. Braden Blackwell in the top of the 6th for Bellingham, the first reliever out. Pitched it scoreless. Now Anderson Tordiff tries to do the same thing for Portland as the right-hander takes over, wearing the number 12 to face the 1, 2, and 3 hitters of Bellingham. Dylan Moss to lead it off as the DH, Jake Lyle the catcher to follow, and Jorge Oliveira Gutierrez third due up here in the 6th. Moss is 0 of 2, has flown out to both corners of the outfield. And the first pitch from the new arm, he attacks and pops up high. It's playable for Glasgow. The third baseman runs in to make the catch. And on one pitch, Tordiff has his first out. Just the 3rd outing for Tordiff on the mound, first since June 4th at Port Angeles. He was roughed up in his season debut against the Victoria Harbor Cats. That was part of a 15-6 loss against Victoria in that high-scoring series. I mean, look at that series that started the year for Portland, an 8-2 win on opening day against Victoria, then lost 15-6 and then won 18-5. In this pitcher-friendly ballpark, we've got scoreless through 5.5. Don't think anyone's scoring 18 runs here all year. 2 2/3 total innings pitched for Tordif as Lyle fouls away strike one. 1 ball and a strike on the Bells catcher. He has given up 10 hits for 5 runs. A 16.88 ERA in the small sample size. But the thing is, he hasn't walked a batter. It's just been the contact killing him. And even though he has given up the contact, he does have 4 punch-outs. Retired his first batter here in the 6th. Lyle going to find a similar story to how Moss was retired on a pop-up to the infield. It's bobbled by the catcher. A little bit of a soccer move there, I think, as he kept it up out of the glove. Got his knee to help him keep that thing in the air, I think. So a good play by the catcher, Logan. And 2 outs for Jorge Oliveira. Hey, it's soccer night here at the ballpark. All kids that wore a jersey got in free. First 750 fans got a free soccer scarf with Bell's logo on it. Tordif 2 up, 2 down to start his 3rd relief outing. This on the ground to the shortstop. McKay will retire him, and it's a 1-2-3 inning quickly by Tordif to send us to the 7th, scoreless in Bellingham. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Seventh inning here at Joe Martin Field. This is the Bells Radio Network. I'm Zen Hill, voice of your Bellingham Bells for all the home games this year. And what a ball game this has been, a classic Joe Martin Field ball game where it's just pitchers going at it. And if you can control the free passes, you can control the walks, you're going to find success here because it's a tough park to hit at. And we've seen that today. Just 3 hits spread across these 2 teams as we go into the 7th. And a big thing has been that control. No walks by the Bells by the Pickles pitchers, and then for Bellingham, just 2 walks so far allowed to Portland. Braden Blackwell for his 2nd inning of relief led off his 6th with a walk, but had the help of a double play to pitch it scoreless. First pitch foul ball from Tanner Johns, who is 0 of 2, grounded out to the pitcher and the first baseman. His first 2 trips. John's at the plate taking ball 1. Johns will be a sophomore in the fall after 32 games this year with Grand Canyon University as a true freshman. He was a teammate of Aspen Alexander's, and he's saying he got hit by the pitch. But the umpire says he didn't see the contact. No argument yet from Portland's dugout. The head coach is Jim Hopple, and now he will trot out. Not even trot, it's a slow walk. Hopple took over as the Portland Pickles head coach after Mark Magdaleno stepped down. He's Spent 10 seasons, Mags did, with Portland, 3 of them as the manager, led them to back-to-back championship appearances with 1 ring secured back in 2024. Mags now in a player recruitment role as Hopple takes over the coaching duties after being part of Portland's staff nearly 10 years ago. So the field umpire and the home plate umpire chatting. John saying he got hit. And the call stands. Just the ball, 2-1. So Blackwell set against his leadoff man in the 7th inning. The right-hander's pitch is fouled away by Johns, strike 2. Johns, initially out of Palo Verde High School in Nevada, was All-State in all 4 years. 4.04 average for his career across 136 games. Fouls off another one to stay 2-2. Won a state championship with Palo Verde in 2024 when he was a junior, and he exited high school as a top 50 first baseman nationally and ranked as the number 2 first baseman in Nevada. He starts in right field for this game. 2-2. Breaking pitch for ball 3. Full count pitch from Blackwell misses, and a good at-bat by Johns to start the 7th the same way the Pickles did in the 6th, a leadoff walk.
Now batting for the Pickles, number 89, Braden Gutierrez.
Gutierrez up. He's 0-2, as many of these Pickles are, with those 6 scoreless innings so far, with only 2 hits spread across. After Brody Olmsted walked just 1 in his 5-inning scoreless start, Blackwell has surrendered 2 walks through his first 2 innings. And gives up the walk to get the leadoff man on for Portland. Just feels like one of those games where any runs are going to be crucial. Lyle pump fake down to first base. No one was there to cover, so no throw after Gutierrez was flashing bunt. You wouldn't be surprised for either of these teams to try and play small with runs seemingly hard to come by today. Seen the Pickles utilize that sack bunt already in this game. Pickoff throw goes back to first base. John safely there. This bunt fouled off for strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the left fielder for Portland. Blackwell's 1-1. Another bunt try from Gutierrez, and he fouls it off again. So no outs and a runner on first, and now Gutierrez just trying to find a productive way to put the ball in play, try and move the base runner over. Failed to do it on the sack bunt. Now here's a 1-2. Hit out to left field into the corner over Oliveira's head. This bounces up against the wall. Relay coming in from the outfield, and Portland will stick with just their double with a runner on third. Second extra base knock for the Pickles of 3 hits. And now, with no outs, Portland in a good spot to try and take the lead here in the 7th. This be a 0-2 night for him. It's grounded out both times. A lot of ways you can score the first run of this ball game. It could be a deciding run. The Bells have struggled to hit to just 1 base knock through 6 innings. Pickles with runners at second and third. The Bells infield going to play in. Try and keep that 1 run off the scoreboard. First pitch taken high on a fastball for ball 1. The game's first run. 2-0. Fouled away for strike one. Blackwell trying to work himself out of this jam he's put himself into, and that's a good strike to get him in the right direction. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got the fastball outside past the lefty hitter. Right-hander could use a strikeout here. It's likely the best outcome if you're the Bells. 2 in scoring position for Portland. Here's Blackwell's pitch. Just fouled away on a golf swing from Busby to stay alive. Bells with an option ready to go out of the bullpen. Blackwell's in a 2-2 count. This guy to left center field. That's going to be a productive out as Schaefer moves to his right to make the catch. Both runners tagging. The throw goes to third base, and it's not in time. Portland gets the first run of the game on a sac fly that not only scores a run, but moves Gutierrez up to third with only 1 out, so they can do that same play to get their lead doubled as it's now 1-0 Pickles. Busby gets the RBI on the sacrifice fly, and now Chase Logan is up. Bells infield will remain. Chase Logan has been hit by a pitch, and he flew out to center. He'll try and get it to the outfield. Give his team a 2-0 lead. Swung on and lined to center field. That's down for a base hit, and it'll be a run driven in for Logan. Gets the RBI knock to score Gutierrez, and it's 2-0 Portland. The Pickles get 2 runs in to make it 2-0 here in the 7th, and without an out, Bells will go to the bullpen. We'll step away.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells!
The Bellingham Bells have gone to their bullpen with 2 runs in for Portland in the inning. And it'll be a man making his debut for Bellingham, just added to the roster. And Joel Votipka will take over as the right-hander. Will inherit a runner on first. Portland 2 runs in after the leadoff walk from Johns, the double from Gutierrez, a sac fly from Busby, and an RBI single from Logan. It's now Hong at the plate. Blackwell finishes an inning and a third. He sees the Bells fall behind 2-0. Hong at the plate, taking the first pitch for ball 1 from the new arm for Bellingham. Pickoff throw over to first where Chase Logan is at, and he dives back safely. So looking at Votipka, sophomore from Wenatchee Valley College. This year through 9 1/3 innings. He allowed 9 runs on nine walks and 4 hits. His Bell's debut. Runner faked going. Trots back to first. Came after a freshman year where Votipka pitched 14 2/3 innings, allowing a 4.91 ERA. Two 2-0 on the inside to Hong for ball 3. Three and 0 is the count. Pitch home to Hong. Low and inside for the walk.
Back to the top of the order for the Pickles. And tonight's Dairy Queen Burger batter, number 70, Brady McKay.
Brady McKay steps up here with now runners on first and second for Portland. At the top of the order, trying to extend a Portland 2-0 lead. Drops in a strike on McKay, so 0-1. Pitch to McKay, the shortstop missing inside for ball 1. Ball and a strike. Votipka comes home with 2 on. Low and away for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch to McKay inside, nearly got him. Ball 3, and Jim Clem will come out to the mound. The debut here for Votipka in a Bell's uniform out of Wenatchee Valley College has not started the way he would have dreamed. A leadoff walk and behind against his second batter, 3-1. So Clem out there onto the mound in the 3-1 count with only 1 out. Double play from the defense could help get Bellingham out of this inning where Portland has already scored 2 runs. So the mound visit over, and Votipka trying to find his way through this frame in relief for Braden Blackwell. After Blackwell gave up the first 2 runs in this inning. Votipka set, 3 balls and a strike. 2 on for the Pickles, swing and a miss, as he gets himself into a full count against McKay. So 3-2 the count with 1 out. McKay takes it inside. Back-to-back walks now by the Pickles have the bases loaded. And what was a very clean game from the Bells on the mound has turned messy in the 7th. Portland already with 2 in, 1 out in the inning, and the bases loaded up for Chilcutt. Leadoff walk started this inning for Portland, and then a double followed. A sac fly got the first run of the game, And an RBI hit from Logan. Now back-to-back walks have loaded the bases. So the base is juiced up. A back pick throw to first base, but the runner back safely. Potipka's pitch. Inside for a called strike on his breaking ball. He needs to find some way to get an out here. At least force his batter to put the ball in play. Hope your defense can back you up. Got to force out in any bag. Ball and a strike. Potipka, the right-hander. It's a foul ball up and out of play off the right side. So 1-2 on Chilcutt. Pickles could really blow this game open here. Ball and 2 strikes. Another foul ball up and back out of play. Two runs already in and a big inning here from Portland. And go a long way for a Bells team that has struggled to hit tonight. Chilcutt looking for his first hit of the night. A walk and a sac bunt. Also a strikeout. And on a high pitch, he takes it for ball 2. Two pitch. Breaking pitch in there for strike 3. Much needed strikeout there. It's looking for the second out. And Potipka trying to keep this to just a 2-run difference. Bases still loaded for Portland, but a tough out here. Bryson Glasgow was retired for the first time in this series his last at-bat when he hit into a double play, but he's been on base 7 of 8 times, and he has come to the plate here at Joe Martin Field. 35 hits here in Bellingham. Could add to a 2-0 lead with 1, but he won't have to. He's hitting the back. It's a hit by pitch and a run in to score. The catcher Logan touching home to make it 3-0 as Hong moves up to third. McKay behind him at second and Glasgow at first. Nearly batting around here for these Pickles as Roberts will come up with Tanner Johns, who led off the inning, on deck. Two out pitch away to Glasgow for ball 1. Upstairs for ball 2 to Roberts. 2 hits, 3 walks, a hit by pitch in the inning for 3 runs for Portland. Swing and a foul tip from Roberts, strike 1. Bases still loaded here for Portland. 2 down in the top of the 7th. A 3-0 lead with all 3 runs here in the inning for the Pickles. Blown away, ball 3 to Roberts, and in danger of walking in a run. Bell's right-hander home in a 3-1. Hit out to left field. Ground ball for a base hit. And the Pickles go station to station on the RBI single to make it 4-0. Hong in to score on that RBI knock from Hong. And Pickles have batted around. And Alan Regier going to go to the bullpen. Take a quick break as Bellingham tries to escape what has turned into a blow-up inning.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells!
Hey, it's Silas. You're listening to Bells Radio. Go Bells.
So still the top of the 7th inning, and after 6 scoreless frames from the Bells pitching of Brody Olmsted and Braden Blackwell, this has blown up into a 4-run lead for Portland. And now Silas Stenerson takes over. We're in the number 23, hunting the final out in the 7th. Bases loaded for the Pickles. Blackwell started this inning. It was his second of relief. He issued a walk to start it, and then gave up 2 hits to allow the Pickles to get 2 runs. That brought Joel Votipka in his first inning of relief to try and salvage the frame with just the 2 runs in, but now 2 more have scored. Tanner Johns is at the plate hitting a foul ball and a strike. Votipka can only get the 1 out, issuing 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch, picked up 1 strikeout, and gave up 1 hit for what is right now just 1 run scored, but the base is still loaded for the Pickles. Stenerson in a 1-1. That is hit foul by Johns, 1-2. The offense obviously did not get going for Bellingham to give the Bells an early lead, but it does hurt having these 4 runs come across after what the starter Brody Olmsted did with his 5 scoreless frames. Stenerson trying to keep it at just a 4-0 ball game, but the base is loaded still for Portland. John swings and misses, so that'll finish the 7th. We stretched 4-0 the lead for Portland.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
I'm Bryce Johnson. You're listening to Bells Radio. Let's go, Bells.
So bottom of the 7th inning here in Bellingham, and it has turned into a 4-0 lead for the visiting Pickles. 4 runs in the top of the 7th. And after 6 scoreless by the Bells and Pickles, it's Portland that breaks out first, and now Bellingham's playing catch-up, down by 4. Bryce Johnson to lead things off for the home team. Bells have been sat down their last 6 straight, coming between Espinoza, the starter, and then the 1 inning of relief for Anderson Tordif, who returns for a 2nd inning out there on the hill. So he now inherits a 4-0 lead, and if he can help Portland to a win, he'll be in line for the victory. Pitch outside to Bryce Johnson, underway now in the bottom of the 7th. Now for the Bells, 8-5 record, the 5 losses. The 5 losses have looked like this ball game, where it's been, you have, 6 or 7 innings of a ball game where the team plays really good and the pitchers pitch really well. As Johnson, a foul ball is dropped off the right of your screen by the first baseman Busby, so he can't get the out in foul ball territory. So just the strike on Johnson. The losses have come in games where it's 1 or 2 blow-up innings for Bellingham, and we've just seen the 7th inning before. It's not innings where we're getting peppered for just 1 run or 2 runs where that's doable to come back. The 5 losses have came in games where Bellingham has given up big frames, 6-run innings, 5-run innings. Today, 4-run inning. Got to play catch-up. Down by 4 after the offense has struggled. Bryce Johnson jammed, shot into no man's land out in right center field. That's a good way to start it. 2nd hit of the ball game. Bryce Johnson leads things off with a blooping single, and it brings up Noah Cassie. Cassie 0 for 2 in this game, ground out and a strikeout. Cassie takes strike 1. Tordif, the right-hander. Cassie bloops this one out to shallow right field. Not the hard contact that you would expect from these middle-of-the-order sluggers, but 2 back-to-back blooping singles put 2 on, and the Bells trying to rally to answer that 4-run inning. It feels like a necessity for Bellingham to score here to try and get some of their momentum back. Portland taking the 4-0 lead in the big top of the 7th, and now 2 on for the Bells. And Tyler Peschke at the plate. He tries to break out of this slump, and the Bells could use it in a big way. Right-handed batting shortstop's 0 of 2 in this game. Last night was 0 of 4 with 3 strikeouts. First pitch swinging, lines it out to center field, and a sliding catch by Chilcutt. Throw back into second base. Johnson looking back to see if it was caught. And some confusion for now. Alan Regier out there to see. And it looks like it's a double play. Oh, goodness. And, yeah, double play. So what a play in center field by Chilcutt. A sliding grab in center on the liner from Peschke. And Bryce Johnson gets doubled off. Cassie stays at first, and that is a killer. I mean, just a gut punch. You go down 4 runs, get 2 runners on in the inning, you think you're building something, and then bam, line out. Not even just a good old pop out. It's a line out. Good swing from Peschke. He's robbed of a base hit and then a double off against Johnson. Aspen Alexander now up trying to salvage the 7th. He's 0 of 2 in the game. That's a heartbreaker. It's like hitting a perfect line out in MLB The Show. You just want to throw your controller against the wall. 1-0 to Alexander. Breaking pitch for ball 2 to the Bells' second baseman. It'll have to come with 2 outs in this inning if the Bells want to get a run on the scoreboard. Four 0 the lead as Tordiff set. Inside Alexander, 3-0. Alexander likely taking all the way here. Bells need base runners. He looks at a strike. The 86-mile-an-hour fastball in there to get Tordiff his first strike, and now 3-1. Gassy, after his single, still at first. 2 down in the bottom of 7. Alexander takes it low and takes the 5-pitch walk. And even just think about if Johnson wasn't doubled up, you're looking at even if that liner from Peschke was caught, now you have a theoretical bases loaded with only 1 out. That's pretty good, but instead it's first and second with 2 down. Still a chance for Bellingham to try and get one across, but Taylor Davis will have to drive it in. 24 runs driven in 45 games with Umpqua this year. Davis is 0 of 2, the strikeout and a fly out to right. Third baseman popped up into the infield on the first pitch. The first baseman, Busby, retires the side. 2 leadoff singles in the 7th, but the Bells can't get any in. They trail 4-0 when we go to the 8th inning.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Into the 8th inning here in Bellingham, a 4-0 lead for the visiting Pickles here in Game 2 of a 3-game set between the Bellingham Bells and Portland Pickles. Silas Stennerson still out there for the 8th inning. He entered for the final out in the 7th, striking out Tanner Johns. He'll face Brandon Gutierrez to start the 8th inning. Gutierrez 1 of 3 in this game, a double and a strikeout with a run scored. Part of the 4-run 7th inning with his double, and he's plunked in the back on the first pitch of the 8th inning. It's the 4th hit batter by Bells pitching in this game, and puts the leadoff man on for the 8th inning. Busby 0 of 2, knocked a sacrifice fly. Back in the 7th inning, they got the Pickles their first run of the game before they sparked for 3 more in the last frame. Stennerson picks off to first. Safely back, though, is Gutierrez. Stennerson this year, 84 and a third innings pitched with Olympic College, a 3.52 ERA in that time. He was used as a starter for 12 games and only pitched in relief once. Struck out 69 batters as a sophomore. Followed up a freshman campaign after having a 5.08 ERA back in 2025 in 72 and 2/3 innings. This is lined into center field for a base hit from Busby. And Gutierrez thought about turning to second, but will dive back at the bag. And the first 2 have reached for Portland in the 8th. Chase Logan comes up for his 4th plate appearance after singling and driving in a run in the 7th. He also went on to score himself. So with Stenderson getting the last out in the 8th, stranding the bases loaded, it finished Joel Votipka's line with just 1 out gained. 1 hit by a pitch issued, 2 walks, 1 hit for 1 run. 1 strikeout. Ball 1 to Logan. Stenderson also was a starter back in his freshman year, 10 starts. Had 40 strikeouts. Strike on the outside. Dealt into Logan. Chase Logan, the catcher, has been on base twice. He was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd. One of the 2 batters that Brody Olmsted hit. 1-on-1 bunt laid down third base side. Fielded by Stenderson. High throw to first and a good play by the pitcher to gain an out. That's a sac bunt.
Up to the plate for Portland, number 50, Branson Hong.
And Branson Hong now comes up. Hong is 0 of 2. He walked in the 7th and scored a run. Portland's gift the Bells an out. It's the 1st in the 8th, but 2 move into scoring position. The infield will play in. For Hong, who was lined out to 2nd, flown out to left, for the 2 outs, and is 0 of 2. Day to go along with his walk. Stenderson with ball 1. The right-hander is initially from Cross Point High School here in Washington State. Last 2 years at Olympic College. This year Olympic just a 19-29 record. They went 10-14 in their conference games. Hong ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. So that's outside. 3 straight misses into the bottom of the order hitter for Portland. McKay waiting on deck with only 1 out. 2nd and 3rd for the Pickles. 3-0. High, ball 4. Bases are loaded for Portland. Brady McKay comes up. 1 of 3 with a single and a walk. Was left on base in the 7th. Was caught stealing in the 1st. Struck out in the 5th. Grounded out in the 3rd. The only good thing about the walk is it puts you in play for a double play with 1 out to get you out of the 8th. First pitch is a breaking ball dropped in there for strike 1. A 1 on the inside. Misses for ball 1 to the Pickles shortstop. One and 1 fouled away by McKay for strike 2. One and 2. Poked on the ground. Alexander can't get it as it skates into right field. The Pickles remain loaded up, get their 5th run in as Gutierrez scores on the hit. So McKay picks up his first run driven in of the night. Chilcutt is up with 1 out in the inning. Ball inside to Chilcutt, ball 1. 1-0 pitch down the middle. Strike one. Pickles a 5-0 lead now here in the 8th. It's inside, missed. Two one. Pop foul, back out of play for strike two. Stenderson with 2 hits, hit by pitch, and a walk issued in this frame to get Portland another run. The only out was given to him on the sacrifice. Now he tries to get his own on a 2-2 pitch. Just spoiled foul by Chilcutt. 3 RBI in 29 games for Rice this year for Chilcutt at the plate. Got a chance to drive in that many with one swing just in this at-bat. 2-2. Hits it foul, back out of play again. Sanderson will go to the rosin bag. He climbs back up onto the hill, looking for a put-away pitch and a 2-2 count. With 1 out and the bases loaded. He pulls it wild. Pickles stay put. 3-2 now, the full count. So a full count with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Stenderson, fouled off to the right side. You'll see another and a good at-bat here by the center fielder. Pickles now have 7 hits in this ball game after just having 2 through the first, actually 6 innings. Collected 5 hits across the 7th and 8th innings. You just look at the difference from the starting pitcher, Brody Olmsted, allowed 1 walk and 2 hits through 5 innings. Bullpen so far, 5 hits allowed. And they've issued 6 walks. Lined out to left field, down for another Pickle hit. And Portland just keeps moving it through the order. The baton being passed. RBI single as Chilcutt makes it 6-0 Portland. Alan Regier out of the bullpen, or out of the dugout. He'll go to the bullpen. It's 6-0 Portland. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
This is Kenneth Johnson. You're listening to Bells Radio. Go Bells.
Top of the 8th inning, and Bellingham's Digging in their bullpen again, it's Kenneth Johnson taking over. Right-hander out of Ottawa will relieve Silas Stennerson with only 1 out in the 8th, and the base is loaded. 2 runs already in for Portland at 6-0. Stennerson only records 2 outs in relief, hits the batter, walks the batter, gives up 3 hits and a strikeout for what is 2 runs right now, but all the base runners are inherited against him. Glasgow will be the first that Johnson faces. KJ, a 42 2/3 innings pitch mark with Ottawa this year. Now set here to try and put away these Pickles in the 8th as the game has gotten out of control for Bellingham. Glasgow at the plate, a dangerous hitter as well here for Portland with the bases loaded up. He was hit by a pitch his last time. He's been on base 3 times in this game, 3 different ways. Walk, double, and a hit by pitch. That one low from Johnson. 2 balls and a strike on Glasgow, the third baseman tonight after starting at first. The corner infielder trying to add to a 6-0 lead for Portland here in the 8th. Two and one, breaking pitch wide away for ball 3. Three-one, jammed on the inside for a foul ball and a strike. Full count against Glasgow. Johnson this year with Ottawa, 9 starts and only 1 relief appearance. 1.90 ERA, was second team all KCAC. Three-two payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and Johnson gets the strikeout. Straight out of the bullpen, getting a punch out. And it's the second out in the frame. Joel Roberts will now come up. Roberts 1 of 3. Drove in a run with his single in the 7th. Doesn't chase the breaking pitch low. 1-0 against the DH to start the at-bat. A lot of traffic through the 7th and 8th innings for Portland. 4 in the 7th into score, 2 already in the 8th. This should get Bellingham out of it. Towering fly ball out in right field's foul territory. Johnson runs into Cassie as the first baseman makes the catch. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th at 6-0. Portland out in front. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Hello, this is Tristan Schaefer. You're listening to the Bells Radio. Ring 'em up.
Bottom of the 8th inning here in Bellingham, and this game has gotten out of hand quickly in favor of the visitors. Portland 6-0 the lead over the last 2 innings. They've scored all their runs, 4 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. Tristan Schaefer to lead things off for Bellingham in the bottom half of the 8th inning. It's Portland now looking for 6 outs to even up this 3-game series and set up the rubber match tomorrow, a day game, our first of the year here at home. 1:35 first pitch between the Pickles and Bells on a saving Sunday. Schaefer, the center fielder, leading things off. He's facing off against Preston Sullivan, right-hander wearing the number 51 for Portland. This one lined out to right field over the leaping Hong at second base, and it's a leadoff hit for Schaefer. 4th hit in the game for Bellingham. Dylan Moss, 0 of 3 in the leadoff spot today. Bells chasing any runs they can get, down 6. Preston Sullivan in his 3rd outing as a Pickle. He's got a 1-0 record in 2 bullpen appearances. 4 innings total pitched for him. With 5 hits and 5 walks allowed, he's given up 4 runs with 6 strikeouts. Moss, the DH, taking a pitch low for ball 1. Moss able to take that one for ball 2. So it finishes Anderson Tortoise 2 relief outings scoreless, only gave up 2 hits and a walk. All of that coming in the 7th, but was able to keep Bellingham scoreless. Pickles trying to go the distance with a shutout. After falling last night 5-2 against Bellingham, Moss foul tips it for strike 1. Two balls and a strike on the Bells DH Moss. Schaefer a lead off of first after his leadoff single. Bottom of the 8th inning. Moss taking what is called strike 2. Last appearance for Sullivan on the mound was June 6th in a 9-6 win against Corvallis. Pitched 2 innings, giving up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. But he picked up the win in that 9-6 victory, his first of the year. 2-2 on the ground from Moss, right side. Second baseman Hong to McKay at short, and then the throw over to Busby at first is not in time for the speedy catcher, but DHing today Moss, who beats out the fielder's choice. Jake Lyle steps up with 1 out and a runner on first. Today, Lyle is 1 of 3. Had a single in the first, reached on an error in the 4th. Popped up to the catcher in the 6th. First pitch to Lyle is ball 1 low. The only other appearance for Sullivan on the summer was in the 18-5 victory over Victoria, where he threw 2 innings, gave up 2 hits and 1 run. Struck out 3 in that outing. Struck out 3 in his outing against Corvallis. Total of 6 on the year, and Lyle fouls him off the right side for strike 1. Lyle has impressed here in Bellingham after coming from Loyola Marymount, a team where he just hit 177 with in 96 at-bats. Performed well for the Bells catcher, for one of the many Bells catchers on this team that have been mainly our studs. Moss, Lyle, Churchill, they've been the big bats. This a liner straight to Hong at second, and Moss will be doubled up. It's a big base running mistake, and Bellingham goes to the ninth down 6-0. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. So ninth inning now here in Bellingham. Seventh and eighth innings, tough ones for the Bells. 2 runners on to start the seventh. They get doubled off on a liner out to center. End up leaving 2 runners on base in that inning, and then in this last 5th inning, doubled up again on the base paths after the liner to second base. So into the 9th, it's 6-0. Portland out in front of your Bells. Pickles trying to add to a 6-0 lead, trying to take the second game of this series in a West Coast League Championship rematch. You didn't expect it to be a sweep for Bellingham, obviously, when these two teams are going to face off after dueling in a 2-1 close championship game last year. The West Coast League Championship, a 1-game winner-take-all. Don't get to play a 3-game series like you do in the very first series in the WCL playoffs. So as the Bells taking that win or go home. Well, I guess both teams are going home after it either way, but the winner-take-all game. Now Portland in a 3-game set, maybe trying to show what would have happened if it would have been a 3-game series. Bells took game 1. Maybe Portland comes back and rallies against. Obviously, these are 2 entirely different teams. I mean, the Bells have 3 returners from last year. The Pickles in their batting lineup, I believe Glasgow right now the only returner. Swing and miss at the plate. Batting is Tanner Johns, who led off the 8th inning before scoring a run. Or actually, check that. He was the last batter in the 7th inning. He did not bat in the 8th. Scorecard is real dirty after the 7th and 8th innings went a bit long with these batters batting around for Portland back in the 7th. Johns had to get a new baseball bat, so he gets it from Portland dugout. Lefty bat. Crosses sides of the plate. Steps back into the box, down 1-2 in the count. Kenneth Johnson ready to go quick. He kicks and deals in the 1-2. Swing and a miss upstairs. Johnson gets the strikeout.
That's the Bell's 7th strikeout of the night, and it's scored section G, row 8 and seat 16.
John strikes out for the second time. It's the second punch out for Johnson in relief. Brings up Gutierrez, who's been on base his last 2 times, a double in the 7th, a hit by a pitch in the 8th. Scored both times when reaching. First pitch foul ball from him for strike 1. A 1 from the right-hander Johnson, just bounced in the dirt before the home plate. Kenneth Johnson began his collegiate career at Shoreline Community College back in 2024. Was roughed up for a 7.54 ERA in his freshman year. Walked 22 batters in 22 2/3 innings. Foul tip for strike 2 on Gutierrez. At Shoreline for his sophomore season, pitched 34 1/3 innings. Gave up 20 walks. His ERA lowered at a 6.29, but he was well improved as a starter here with Ottawa this past season. There's a swing and a miss. Gutierrez down on strikes. Johnson, 40 Ks this collegiate year in 42 innings. He's got himself 3 strikeouts in 4 batters faced here in relief. So Johnson, a strong relief outing here. He's sat down the 4 batters he's faced, 3 via punch-outs, 1 via weak pop-up to Cassie out in shallow right field. Busby's 1 of 3 in this game, sacrifice fly and a run-scoring single. This is popped up to the infield. Peschke, the shortstop, will squeeze it for the 3rd out. Johnson retires all 5 he faces. Bells chasing 6, 3 outs to do it when we return. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
This is Noah Cassie. You're listening to Bells Radio, home of the 2025 WCL champs. Go Bells.
We go to the bottom of the 9th inning here in Bellingham, and it is a 6-0 lead for Portland. Bells would need a miracle, and hey, we've seen a miracle like this before. Down 6 runs entering the 9th, ring a bell. Nanaimo game 2 on Wednesday. Bells scored 7 runs in that final inning to get a walk-off win off Bryce Johnson's hit that walked it off against Nanaimo. It's a long shot, right? Doing that twice in a week, twice in a homestand, but we'll see how this inning starts, right? Preston Sullivan starts it off, facing against Jorge Oliveira Gutierrez. Sullivan into his 2nd inning of relief. He tries to close down this win for Portland. Oliveira is 0 of 3 in the ballgame. Sullivan's first pitch to Oliveira is ball 1. Need base runners. That's what we learned just a couple nights ago in the Nanaimo game 2. Here, it's Portland game 2. Obviously, that 9th inning was magical. Can't replicate that at all, even if you tried, but Bells would love some luck to be on their side here in this inning, but the offense has been limited today. Just 4 hits and only 1 walk from Portland staff allowed. As Oliveira's in a 3-0 count. Leadoff man trying to reach here for the Bells. It's a 4-pitch walk. Oliveira stepped out on it, too. Some showmanship there as Oliveira steps out of the box for a 4-pitch walk. Bryce Johnson comes up, one of the 4 Bells hits to his name. Sullivan set with no outs, and the Bells now runner at first. Johnson taking the first pitch for a called strike. Sullivan trying to lock down this 6-0 win. Johnson chops it on the ground. Could be a 2-ball. The second baseman, Hong himself, will turn it. And that's a double play. Bells have hit into 3 double plays now in the game. That's the first traditional one, with the other ones coming as base running mistakes. But that 4-3 double play all by Branson Hong himself puts the Pickles an out closer to closing out the win. Noah Cassie to the plate. He's 1 of 3 with a single back in the 7th, but was left on base. Strike low on Cassie, the first baseman. So tomorrow, 1:35, looking like it might be the rubber game between these two teams. Bells a 5-2 win last night. Portland countering with a 6-0 lead right now, hunting one more out. It's a strike. And it's Cassie. It's now 0-2. Bells down to their last strike. Portland trying to cap a dominant game on the mound, looking to shut out the Bells at home. Here's the 0-2. Cassie on the ground to the shortstop, McKay. He will finish the 6-0 win for Portland down the line. And the Pickles, after having 2 blow-up innings in the 4-run 7th and the 2-run 8th, have taken the victory over the Bellingham Bells here on Saturday night. 1:35 start time tomorrow for a first pitch in the rubber game between these two teams. What else would you expect? A West Coast League Championship rematch is even at a game and a piece, and they'll go head-to-head tomorrow. We thank you for joining us. Have a good night. I was Zen Hill. We'll be back here in the post-game show with a couple of stats for you and a look around the West Coast League. But if you're leaving us for now, we'll see you tomorrow, 1:35. Come to the ballpark, an early start. It's a day game. Always fun for the families to get out here on our Saving Sundays. Check out our promotions on socials at Bellingham Bells or at Beham Bells. If not, we'll catch you here on the Bells Radio Network as well. We thank you for listening from home. Post-game show coming up next.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union, proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Welcome back to Joe Martin Field after a 6-0 win for the Portland Pickles over the Bellingham Bells. Let's go through the box score for you. Portland 8 hits for their 6 runs, and 6 of those 8 hits coming after the 5 innings scoreless from the starter, Brody Olmsted. He's your player of the game for Bellingham. 5 scoreless frames with 3 strikeouts, 2 hits and a walk allowed, 2 hit batters, but no damage done. It was the bullpen that surrendered the 6 runs. It was between Braden Blackwell, Joel Votipka, Silas Stenerson, that gave up the 6 runs. Kenneth Johnson pitched a scoreless inning in 2/3 with 3 strikeouts. He was quality as the bookending appearances on the mound for Bellingham, the notable ones for tonight's game. As far as the box score for Portland, through the order, the leadoff man, Brady McKay, was 2 of 4 with a run driven in and a walk. Chilcutt was 1 of 3 with a run driven in. He also drew a walk. Bryson Glasgow 1 of 3 at the plate, had a run batted in, had a double, a walk. So he continued his good start to the season. Joel Roberts was 1 of 4, drove in a run. Tanner Johns on base 1 time with a walk, and he scored. Brandon Gutierrez went 1 of 4 with 2 runs scored, and he had a double. Trevor Busby was 1 of 4 with an RBI and a run. Chase Logan 1 of 3 with a run batted in and a run scored himself. Branson Hong scored once after walking twice. For the Bellingham Bells, Jake Lyle was 1 of 4. Bryce Johnson also that same line, as was Noah Cassie. Tristan Schaefer 1 of 3 as the Bells had just 4 hits in the 6-0 loss. They're shut out here at home. And it sets up a rubber match tomorrow, 1:35 here at the ballpark between these two squads after the 5-2 win from Bellingham yesterday. Let's take a look at the West Coast League scores from tonight. It's a quick ball game here, finishing before 9 o'clock. And it looks like we have 2 other finals in the WCL. Kelowna beat Port Angeles 7-1 at home. And the Kamloops North Paws beat the Walla Walla Sweets 1-0 with the North Paws also at home. Some live scores for you. Bottom of the 9th, Yakima Valley 10-0 lead over Edmonton. Edmonton at home. They would need a miracle to come back from that one. Got a close one out at Nanaimo in the bottom of the 8th. The Night Owls trail the visiting Apple Sox 6-4. Out in Bend, the Elks lead the Corvallis Knights 6-3. That's the game in the bottom of the 7th. Ridgefield, one of the South's best teams early in this season, has an 11-2 lead over the Marion Berries in the bottom of the 6th. And then the Springfield Drifters on the road at Victoria are leading the Harbor Cats 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll see everyone tomorrow, 1:35 the start time. Bellingham Bells, Portland Pickles, a West Coast League championship match. Of course it has to come down to the third and final game between these two teams. A rare regular season meeting. So let's have some drama tomorrow in our first ever day game here at the park. We'll see you then. Tune in here on Bells Radio, on YouTube, West Coast League Live, and live on Mixler in a radio format only. If you're not doing that, we encourage you to come to the ballpark. BellsTickets.com, the only place to buy your tickets this year. We'll see you then. Have a good night, and go Bells, baby.